so I need to cut this place off. Wait. Now the pedal works and it's fine. I'm from Finland. Take it out. Hi, I am Sami and I want to be Overlander. First, I revealed my ego. Hello from Wannabe Overlander YouTube channel again. And as a previous episode, we tried to install differential and I blow the one tree. I'm building new one. I put the new nut inside this bracket and I'm going to welding this together and then putting this back here. I'm already prepared this one, so I think I just need to welding and then grinding it and then paint it again. And I hope I didn't damage another trees, because if so, then I need to repair those another one too. But this time I don't put the cavity wax inside here before everything is done. And I found from internet some overall torque specifics for the bolts depending on size. And this M10, if there are 10 grade bolts and nuts, then you are able to tightening them around 70-75 Newton meters. Because these inserts are soft one, basically soft mild steel inserts, the tightening specifics are about 55 or 54 or something, and depends also, is it an oiled or dry bolt? And is it your bolt sinked or without sinked? Everything depends. So this time I'm going to put the dry bolts without the oil in the treats, and I'm going to put the treat lock there and tightening them to 50 Newton meter. So they are not over tight, and then the treat lock should keep the bolts on the place. So I hope we don't get any more setbacks with this one. And I'm check already if in the road condition I need to take off rear diff and or if the treat goes off or something. If I'm a little bit widening this hole, I'm able to put a wrench inside with the nut. Gonna be quite brutal work, but it's able to do, so it's not the game over. But if I do this right this time, I think I don't need to never take off the rear diff anymore in my lifetime. I hope so. So let's first weld the nut. Yeah, this nut never gonna move there. So the nut is in the place, and now I can welding this through upper sheet metal. The upper beam is the stronger part. Now I'm going to weld these holes in and these spots and then grinding it. So now it's welded, and let's grinding it, then we can paint it and put it back to car and hope this time is the last time. I get from Aero Motors several boxes of parts, and here is a Brembo brake pads, and this time these are correct one. But only thing is here's not any kind of anti-squeak pad here in another side. I think the Brembo is a good premium. I'm going to open this wrap in the paper. This is the clutch, master cylinder, slave cylinder, but this is the correct one. I checked car already. This one was clutch fork, 𝐇𝐎𝐿 group, but I didn't find the better quality. My original wheel bolts, this ball style, now it's like a washer. It's a solid one. Is this okay for the centering the wheel? Is it going to crimp together with the bolt when you tightening it? I'm not sure. There is a slack. I'm not sure, is it this correct one? Let's see, am I able to install this? I'm not tightening any bolts yet. I just try to lift the diff here and then try to wiggle it. It's always surprised me how heavy this is. I don't need to put up those extend blocks there yet. Put it hang there first. Now it's not going down anymore. Now just trying to put the blocks in the front. Yeah, it's going. Body sealant up of this brick. I need this brick not jiggling in up there. So it's going to sit there and it's not yanked a bolt, and now it's going in. I hope the last time. Last time forever. And then the last bolt. Like this. And then back in. And this time I put them 50 Newton meter. Check the washers are correct place. Because I looked at chart table, the 50 Newton meter is the normal for 8.8 bolts. Yeah, like that. It's not very tight. Like that. It feels okay now. The last one. Yeah. Oh my god. It's in there. Because this beam surface is not even, so I think it's better there is a sealant, so it could not take the tension for the bolts. So now it's a balance, and then I tightening these bolts. Now we have cleaned our wires for the tail lights, and I'm also installed here tow bar light cable, and this light cable, which goes from this side to here, it runs outside of the car, and it was cut so badly, so I make the new whole set new. Of course I have a little bit original cables inside, but I make this protective sleeve, but I take a big enough, I don't need to shrinking this, and I leave it long enough for if it's a little bit shrink from the length also, it's not going to run out. I'm not sure what I can start to do. Perhaps I need to put the brake servo and clutch master cylinder under the dash, so then I can start to brake systems. I have this bracket which should go to clutch pedal under these bolts and under this one nut here. This piece which carrying the steering axle, it's on the way, and certainly I cannot put this lower bolt under there without modifying this bracket. I don't know how heavily I need to do that, but certainly I'm going to take off the whole this piece. I take out already steering shaft. I'm going to change the brake servo also and cleaning this area, so I need a little bit more space here, so really no place for working. One bolt is already undone, but another one, if I don't hit right angle, it's never open. I don't want to drill that off because it's very messy work. Prefer to chiseling. Yeah, okay, it's off. These are not so tight, so yeah, this comes off. I think it should be bent somewhere here in this area, because this is where it mounts, and here there is a little bit gap, and another side is more close together. Wasn't straight like this, it was a little bit like this, so I can try to bend that little bit, and then I can put some washer under another side for it drops another side. Of course it's possible bend here too. I'm not sure how I can make sure, is it from here or do I just hit this side a little bit up. So this bracket should go there, so I need to cut here. I don't think so this my clutch pedal have any problems. Maybe it's different, there is a strengthening here. It's different than without this area section here. But first I take off the brake servo and cleaning this area. I really don't like this mess about these cables, but these are original fitments, so putting cables wrong way, wrong side, and they're hanging from each other. So I clean this area and now this is ready to install any parts back together. But this clutch bracket here cannot install because here coming that steering column lower mounting bolt. So I need to cut this place off. So let's go cut. Yeah, I think now this is possible to fit here. I go a little bit grind smoother those edges and then let's bolt this on. So finally I can start to fitting parts to the car, and this clutch pedal support bracket which goes to behind these bolts, something like this, and this hose pipe for the hydraulic clutch, and I have a new master cylinder here, and I have new hose. This was the original hose. Original hose was silicone hose, and it doesn't need the clamps here because it's stuck together with the plastic container and plastic tubing. But now I have a new hose. It's different material. I need to use clamps. Of course I got the problem is this hose. This pipe they don't sell new, but I can probably use this original pipe. This is in good condition. I just a little bit clean this. And then there is coming this hose, and this looks like perhaps possible be right one, but I don't know why it's happened like this. There is a different end. I can't fit it this in the cylinder. There need to be this kind of treated connection. I can't put this hose in a cable now, and this was quite expensive also, 70 euros. So let's take out this one and put the master cylinder there and this bracket, and then we can start to fit the brake servo and brake master cylinder. I can leave this connection here and then figuring out what I do with this hose later. This clutch pedal bracket comes here on the engine bay side, and this is obviously left-hand drive car, and this is only 8.8 grade bolt. It's not tight, so strong. This is too long bolt here. I'm not able to install this steering wheel column here anymore. I need to check how much solder bolt I can put here. This could be quite tricky. Perhaps 1.5 centimeter solder bolts. So then I can able to install this steering wheel column. So now I have there about 1 inch bolt, and now I'm should able to install this bolt here, steering wheel column. So now it should be fine. So then put the bracket. Not going to put the washer there. So now it's going in. I need to use a Loctite here in the nut and leave it without the self-locking nut because this is a lower head, and there is a really very tiny place to fit anything. They are going slowly together. Clutch fluid hose, it's also tricky, so it can have place behind this clutch pedal. So the brackets are on the place, and as you see, this bolt and nut should be very down because this is so thick material. Every millimeter counts. I need to a little bit grind off this bolt or put a different bolt without this huge flange. I need to put the one zip tie here, hold this fluid hose and fluid pipe together because there's a really so little play here. Clutch pedal. I cannot show you clear, but the hose goes behind the master cylinder, and there is so a little play here in this place where the pedal moves. So that's why that zip tie there hold it exactly correct place for the pedal not touch the hose, so hose can stay on place there. Pedal works and it's fine. The brake servo is on, and it feels nice and firm. Then I just try to turn this insulator back there. So now this area brake servo is done, and the pedals with the new clutch master cylinder, new hoses is done in inside, and there is this master cylinder support bracket in place. I had covers here in the brake lines. These are quite good condition. There is not rust in the pipes, so I'm going to save original pipes. I just need to clean, flush them with the air, blow with the air. So I hope the brake fluid stays in the towel. Wait, is there so much fluid? Yeah, definitely don't want to ruin my painted parts. When I spill the brake fluid, I need to clean everything carefully. The brake line should be empty, dry now. Okay, now we are able to install brake master cylinder, and we have this new O-ring, and with the master cylinder and with the servo came 2 nuts and the new seal. These are 20 Newton meters. They are quite tight because there is paint, and yeah, and these are self-locking nuts. You see those crimps and these seals, and this is 𝐇𝐻𝐒 cylinder. Yeah, and there's no washers, just the nuts. And my original previous master cylinder has a leak inside. The brake fluid came off somewhere, and the pedal went to the floor. 20 Newton meter. And this, my scale starts from the 20, so perhaps this is a too big tool, but let's see. Yeah, like that. Yeah, nice. It's in there. I think the pipes are 11 millimeter. Put a little bit grease to the treats, not inside. I don't need the metal chips come off when I turn this. So if you can't turn them by hand, then don't use tool, because then it's not inside the correct treat, or there is a dirty or something. So make always sure they are clean, and then tighten them. This kind of wrench is for the pipes. You see, that's more than just a fork, and they are not need to be very tight. This is something what I don't never want to do, because I don't feel happy with pipes like this. But if they're leaking, then you just tighten them a little bit more. So first, don't over tight. I go take the container and we put this hose. And this kind of brake fluid container, they don't sell new ones anymore. There is also another one which is it's a square block, and I think that's one possible to use here also, but that's not the correct one. This one is the common version. And my previous container didn't have this filter and what it is inside here. And this one is quite tricky, you can't take it off, but this is quite clean. I cleaned this with the soap inside and shaking well, and there is not that black dirty fluid inside, rusty fluid inside, which are common in those old containers. This was from the newer car from mine, and not driven so much, so this is quite nice. And I can't get the better one because they don't sell the new ones. New cap you can buy, but not the new container. I put just a little bit lubricate here because I want they go better inside those rubbers. So let's try to push this down. Yeah, I think it's in there. And then put this hose. I need to little bit shortening this. This speedometer cable is very annoying when you're driving in a corrugation. It's knapping here to the brake servo, so you need to definitely make something soft here to covering this. They sell me somewhere this tool, I don't know, 𝐇𝐎𝐿. It was a cheap tool, but for the cutting hoses, and I show you what's the nice with this tool. So when you cut the hose, it's exactly straight cut. So originally there is no clamp here, but I need to use this because I don't have that correct silicone hose. But they say this quality is possible slips, so that's why clamp, but not the tight. Okay, the brake servo is in place, and now we can start to install wheel bearings and then the brakes. But perhaps I can put the brake hoses, so I can put those clips to the brackets under the fenders. ABS cable clamps we don't need here in this car, so this we can strip off like this. And this bigger rubber should be in this end. And again, not over tight. That's it. If it's not leak, then it's fine. And I put some dummy plug another end. So The brake hose is here.
A little bit spray oil. Yeah, that's it. Now we have a brake hoses fitted.
Joo, bensaa tulee jo heti. Se vipu, kun sä poljet sitä, niin se tökkii tohon. Noniin. And now this Volkswagen bus also running. There is a little bit fixing with the generator, electrics, some lights not working. Have to fix connections and then it can go to katsastus in Finnish name, but somewhere you say it's MOT. So then if the MOT is done, then this car going to sell. Perhaps he's going to put it in the auction. I'm not sure yet, so I will put the link later. Yeah, I think that's it for this video. I'm going to end this here. And what we have done, we have a brake master cylinder and the brake lines are quite ready, except the pipes of rear wishbone arms. But I think I'm going to leave next video installing the brakes. I have to put the bearings, then the wheel hubs, and then I can install the couple of ball joints and then the brakes. And now we have a clutch master cylinder, clutch pedal, brake servo, brake master cylinder and something like that done.
Thank you for watching and see you in next episode.
Not so much progress in this video, but I need to wait some parts and like this wiper motor connections and something, but I'm getting there slowly. But remember, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and it costs nothing. So see you in next video.